We've seen plenty of bad takes on the Russian invasion of Ukraine, from people sucking up to Putin to attacking ordinary Russians. However, yesterday, a representative, Clay Higgins from Louisiana, tweeted probably the most confusing take, and he decided to weave in talking points about anti-wokeness. So he writes, "You millennial leftists who never lived one day under nuclear threat can now reflect upon your woke sky. You made quite a non-binary fuss to save the world from intercontinental ballistic tweets." So, what?
First of all, I want to say this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
The sky is ours. The sky is ours. Okay,
No.
Yeah, sky is now woke. Now you're all in a lot of trouble, right wingers.
So, politicians are robots, right? And I think the robots, like, they have their yearly programming session where they're programmed with the one talking point that they're just gonna repeat over and over again. Honestly, this is something that I see with Republicans more than Democrats. Democrats suck on messaging, they suck on being united in their messaging. Once Republicans decide what their messaging is gonna be, they just robotically regurgitate it and somehow find a way to apply it to every issue. In this case, he's trying to apply anti-woke messaging to
the sky.
A crisis, a war, right? A war, yeah. I mean, none of it makes sense, but he's like, there is a war, don't know how to respond to it. My leaders told me to use anti-woke messaging. Like that's all this is. It's like this is all because of anti-woke millennials. Or this is all because of woke millennials.
So like, let's try to follow this logic.
Okay, look, word for word. You wanna do it slowly?
Okay, you millennial leftists, by the way, not Gen Z, you're free to go.
You're free to go.
Even though Gen Z is more progressive than even millennials.
Right.
Don't worry about it, this is just for millennials.
Everyone keeps it like, why? When is it gonna be Gen Z's turn? Like, I love you Zoomers, don't get me wrong, but I would like to share the love here, right?
Yeah.
Millennials just keep getting battered, right?
Oh, and no one flies under the radar more than Gen X. Okay,
totally.
We've never done anything wrong, right? Everything's boomers and zoomers and millennials.
No,
okay?
let's change that, guys. Time to go after this guy.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be new on the internet. So millennial leftists, so the rest of the millennials, you're free to go, who have never lived one day under nuclear threat. But wait a minute, we all live under nuclear threat. The whole Russia, China, Israel, Pakistan, India, America, we all have nukes, we live under nuclear. Okay, but fine, okay, you've never lived under nuclear. Can now reflect upon your woke sky.
What does that mean?
Okay,
what is the woke sky?
But wait, is it, if the nukes land, then the sky will not be woke, it'll be the opposite, it'll suffocate us all. So that I don't understand. So the woke sky, so I guess is, you think that everything is rosy, but things are not rosy because of the nuclear threat that you just found out about. It's possible he just found out about it. Okay, and so this is gonna show you. So now let's move on to the second part. You made quite a non-binary fuss.
What does that mean?
Okay, word salad, mad libs to make libs mad. Okay.
To be fair, fusses can either be male or female. But us woke millennials really love to make sure that we don't gender the fuss.
No.
Don't gender the fuss.
Don't gender the fuss. So since the fuss is non-binary, you could obviously shoot down intercontinental ballistic tweets because it's not even missiles. With our non-binary fuss is shooting down intercontinental ballistic tweets, including this one. Oh, how's that for irony? The woke sky has spoken.
Oh no, my robotic talking points are not working. Recalculating. Like it's just...
I did not know how to put non-binary in this tweet in a way that made sense. Okay. Now the thing is, maybe he started with the thing that Steve Bannon was saying, and Eric Prince and others, like Tucker Carlson were alluding to, which is, Putin is not woke. Putin is awesome because he hates gay people. Because that's exactly what Steve Bannon and Eric Prince were talking about, and what Tucker referenced. But the problem is now they realize the polling's in, and even Republicans don't like Putin. So he can't say that, hey, it's cool that Putin isn't woke, but he still has to make fun of woke people, so he's stuck. That's why he goes to the sky.
I mean, he's doing God's work here, people. Don't you feel so good that we have a guy like this in the House of Representatives making important decisions about our lives?
Well, that's one thing. He's doing God's work, perhaps, but he's also doing Louis Gohmert's work, because Louis Gohmert looks at this tweet and goes, yes!
Nailed it.
I might not be the dumbest man in Congress, okay, let alone America. Okay, right. I love the AOC tweet.
It's fine. She responded to it by saying, I've sat on a committee with this guy for years. He talks like this every day. Yeesh.
Okay, no, the reason I like that is because she's letting you know, no, this isn't a one-off. This isn't a kofefe and he was on something and he accidentally tweeted it, right?
Yeah.
No, that's how dumb they actually are in real life. So
no, it's crazy.
Sarah Palin started the word salad and it's never abated.
No, it's only gotten worse. Even dictionary.com responded to this by saying, we're not entirely sure what this tweet is supposed to mean, and we're literally the dictionary. So there's that. Okay, but we're not even done yet. We're not even done yet, because there is a trend, as I meant, like one person using anti-woke messaging in response to Russia invading Ukraine is not a trend. But Pete Hegseth has weighed in.
Oh.
And anti-woke messaging is front and center in the video that you're about to watch.
I was at CPAC this weekend talking to conservatives and young people, and they said, yes, what's happening in Ukraine is important, but it pales in comparison to the crime I see in my streets, to the wokeness I see in my culture, to the inflation I see at my pocketbook, to the real border I care about, which is the southern border, which is wide open. On every single issue, the quality of life of average Americans has gone down.
I'm just gonna venture to say that entire narrative was made up. He didn't talk to young people at CPAC. They didn't say that they're like genuinely terrified and concerned about wokeness. Like, it's just what he thinks. And so people are saying that they're more concerned about wokeness than they are about Ukrainians getting slaughtered by Putin, who was enabled by Donald Trump for 4 years straight.
I went to Florida and they said they were concerned about their border with Mexico.
People were saying.
Were they? Okay, now look, certainly plenty of conservatives are concerned about their border. And a lot of that's another talking point, by the way, and Trump said it too. I'm less worried about Ukraine's borders than I am about the southern border. That's a very typical right-wing talking point, meaning, is it so bad if our buddy Putin takes Ukraine? Not a big deal, okay? By the way, Trump was president for 4 years. Did he fix the border? What happened? I thought he was gonna fix everything. I thought America was gonna be made great again, but yet the border appears to be unfixed even after the 4 years. But the main thing, guys, here is woke, 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 woke. They're gonna say it nonstop and they think they got something. And of course, the whole thing is, remember, it's all a sleight of hand. Anna talks about this all the time. While you're getting distracted by the woke sky, they're picking your pocket by giving tax cuts to the rich and deregulating corporations.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what Pete Hegseth loves. While his corporate buddies are robbing you, he's like, oh, look, it's the woke sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's the sky. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.